So good evening and welcome to Repair. So as you will have seen in my other video, I've been working on a Mavic Pro that's in need of significant repair. So hopefully I've ended that video now with you seeing it's completed, and you will have noticed the gimbal's reattached. So this is the video on me actually doing that gimbal repair and walking through the process. So what we've got to do today is get this board and things detached, get the gimbal ready for repair, and then as the video progresses I will show you how to replace the flex cables and whatnot. So first things first, let's get this video cable detached that's on here. It should just pull up like that. This is definitely damaged. I can see there's broken cables, so it's definitely no good. We're also going to detach the flex cable, but again it will just pop up and come off. That flex is completely broken, so it's never going to be repaired any further. Next thing we need to do is detach the gimbal from the gimbal mount. So these two screws here will just be undone and the gimbal will drop away. You just need to make sure that you detach those two flex cables, sorry, the flex cable and the video cable first. So flex is off, video is now off. So as you can see, there's our cable that's very broken and has definitely gone. So what we're going to do while we're here, I've got a new mounting bracket because this one is totaled, and we're going to get that swapped over now. So pop that gimbal off to one side. Make sure you keep your screws all together as well so you know where they go back. So here's our new gimbal. This is not official DJI. I bought some parts from elsewhere, but obviously as you can see it contains all the necessary bits. So the only thing we've really got to do in the here and now is transfer that board and also detach the drop hook. So sorry, attach the drop hook even. So here's a drop hook. It's a little piece of plastic that does exactly what it says. So we need to get that attached. So it should go this way around and hopefully just slot in and then screw into place, just like that. So we'll just grab a couple of screws. We'll get that screwed in. Hopefully this is coming out on camera. So help that it's black on black. So let's just screw that in there. All the way through. That's one. I actually think that screw might be a bit too big, to be honest with you. Let's just go for a smaller one, I might change it over. No, that was the right size. Take it back. And that's two. So that's our drop hook attached. Nice and simple. So the next thing we need to do is transplant this board over. So we just need to take this off. It's only 3 screws. It's not particularly complicated. We'll just undo those. Sorry, my voice has gone all croaky as well. As I say, I can't stress this enough, it is not an official DJI part. This is a remanufactured one. Screw number 2. Right, so there's our board. Again, making sure we situate this the right way round. Come this way. I'm just going to take the adhesive off top of these screws because that's going to get right in my way otherwise. So that's one screw on. Cool, so that's the gimbal mount all prepped. So that's all done. And the drop hook's attached, so that's ready to roll. So the next thing we've got to do is actually work on this gimbal itself. So I'm just going to pause there, go and grab all the bits I need, and we'll get that repaired next. Right, so it's time to try and work on this gimbal now. It's pretty beaten up, so it does need quite a lot of attention. So I have a replacement video cable and I have a replacement flex. So I've I'm going to try and take this apart now. I've never done one of these before, so wish me luck. So we'll just do the side cover to start with. I'm going to have to probably order another one of these still, just because it's quite beaten up. So that's that disconnected. So that's the video cable there. I'm going to have to take that off by the looks of it as well. So undo this bottom screw. Just got to work our way around and get all these cables completely disconnected. Right, that's that disconnected. And then just trying to figure out where everything is. So the video cable runs down there. Oh, there it's connected there. That's some stuff stuck there. I think I need to take this off by the looks of it. There's a plastic cover or something over this, I think. Kind of sticky stuff on there, so let's just try and, yeah, I don't know if that's just been left there or what, or it's been put on, or let's just peel that off. Okay, should be able to undo this now. And then this one. And I'm hoping that this will come off. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's one more screw there that I've missed. Cool. Put that to one side. Excellent, that's that off. Put that to one side. So I don't know how well you can see this now, but there's our video cable. So we're getting there. There's the flex. I know it feeds through there somehow, so we'll just come back to that in a second. We're just going to keep removing screws until we get all the way down. Just going to concentrate on the video cable first, and then we'll do the rest in a second. This is certainly going to be interesting trying to put this back together, that's for sure. Hopefully this will come off. Okay. There's our video camera on down. And then the last two screws. 1 and 2. And hopefully that bottom piece will come off. There we are. Okay, cool. Pulls off in a fun kind of way. Like that. Right. I've got some adhesive there, so let's just pull this out if I can. I'm not going to stress out this cable because it's knackered anyway. Okay. Nearly there. Cool, that's clear enough. Next thing we need to do now is get this camera sorted out. So we've got 2 screws by the looks of it on either side. Oh, they are tight. Well, my screwdriver is not quite small enough, but whatever. Definitely standard Phillips. Let's do this side. Cool. Right. So, from what I've read, a little bit of force and this should just come away. So, let's just see if we can get it moving. So, I'm not overly worried about this. Oh, there we go. Because it's knackered anyway. Oh. And there we are, look. There's our camera assembly. So, And what we've got to do is disconnect this video cable, much like the other one, it just pries up. So if we just do that, there we are, and then off it comes. So I'll pop that to one side for a second, we'll pop that down, and what we'll do is we'll grab our new cable, which I've got just here. And the end with the most amount of tape on it, or rather, you see the difference immediately, can't you? So the one with the tape closer to the end is the one that goes in the camera. So let's just pop that back in. You don't want to force it, just be gentle, it will go. If it doesn't go, then take it back out and start again. So there's our cable connected. Now we'll just pop that. So I'm not going to put that back onto our gimbal quite yet, just because I want to make sure we've done this flex and it'll be easier to not have that in the way. Right. So it mounts like that with our camera here, or like that somehow. Yeah, something along those lines anyway. So we need to figure out how to get this off. I think the first one I'm going to take out is this one. It is stuck in with quite a lot of adhesive. Actually, I might just take this tape off here first if we can get this off. There we go. Cool. Carry on with my tweezers. Need to try and get this out from the gimbal. I'm not overly concerned about how I treat it because obviously it's knackered anyway. Okay, that's that cable disconnected. I'm going to leave it there just so I know where it goes for a minute. I've got one here on top. I might have to clean up some of this excess sealant. Okay. Which I think might be alright actually. We'll see how we go once we put that together. I reckon we'll do the reassembly and then stress over it. Okay, right, so that's that out. So where's the next one? There. This is going to be really interesting to put that together because I have absolutely no idea how this flex cable goes in. Okay. Again, I'm just going to take some of this adhesive out just to make my life easier when I'm reassembling it. Okay, cool. Right. So, from what I can tell, this goes down through here. Okay, yeah. Okay, so that definitely goes down. And it folds. Okay, and then, so I reckon we start up there. Wish I knew how that bit went. Right. So let's grab our new flex. This is where it could all go very wrong. So, our new flex. So by the looks of it, so this is the drone end. I've got a couple of folds in it, so I've got a fold down here and a fold up here. So I'm pretty sure that this one goes in here. But then, how does it go back the other way? I think that must fold there. Or forward maybe? Let's pop this one end in first and see how it looks. I'm not quite sure with that. Actually, before we do that, let's just clean this out a bit more, just make sure we get a good connection. Right. I got a suspicion it does fold just because there's an adhesive sticker there, then it must. I'm just not sure how it folds. See that? You can see it's sticking down a little bit as well. Just want to make sure I get this in here nicely. Probably going to use a plastic spudger to get this into position entirely. You should just feel it go when it clicks. I could have bought a pre-assembled one of these, but I figured it would be much more fun to do with this. But I'm slightly regretting that decision now. Okay. Think that's in? That feels like it's in. Now what we'll do is we'll just stick that there, and we will grab our little bit of tape from earlier, and we'll stick that back over it. That shouldn't go anywhere, right. So I'm pretty sure it's going to fold down something like this, maybe? I don't know. Figure it folds there and then folds again. Something like that. Either way, it's going to go like that. So now we want to create a loop, I reckon. So just trying to show you this as best I can. We're going to take this ribbon, keep it folded there. Ah, no, maybe it goes. Ah, maybe that's not for that. Oh, I reckon it's this way then. So I don't know if you can see that, I've just folded it under itself. So I reckon it's like that. And that's what we're going to use to then create our loop. Because then you're going to... What is it? It's going to loop the other way. Because you want to go... We're going to want to loop it somehow here. $1 million question now. That's sticking out too far, so it's not going to be there. So it must be like that, I reckon. You fold it over and then that goes down. Okay, hold that thought because I can hear a child yelling, so I shall be back in about a minute just to carry on. Right, I had a look at a bit of my old cable and I think I've got it figured out. So I've got that way, I folded that cable back under itself. So now I'm going to post this through here, which will create my loop. Pull this down, trying to show you as carefully as I can, it's actually pretty difficult. And the cable is going to go more or less all the way like that and sit there, I think. And then this piece is going to fold it over onto itself like that. If I can get cable in. Oh, it's so fiddly. There's no way this flex cable is going to work after I finish it with you. Oh, let's grab a spudger. See if we can ease this in here. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, he's only gone and done it. Right. Let's just make sure that's stuck down. So I don't know how well you can see that, but I've now got this section here. I created a loop. I've done 2 folds and now that's in place. I think that's the yaw one if I remember rightly. This one should be less fiddly, I hope. So we're going to come around here, Okay, we're the wrong way. Okay, we need to go the other way. So I need to fold that round. Perfect. So if you can see that, so I've brought the flex back the other way. So now I can take that piece of sticky off. I should be able to get this in here. So now, sorry, I'm not doing an incredibly good job of showing you this, but it's really, really difficult to handle these cables. Cool, there we go. Right, so I've got flex foldings all over the shop, but I've got 3 solid connections in now. Whew, that was hard. Next thing we got to do is get the camera back on, which I'm hoping is going to be easier, but I'm really not holding my breath. So let me just grab my camera. Okay. Make sure my video cable is very firmly stuck down, which it is. Okay, so logic would dictate the piece is there, so hoping this is just going to line up super easy. That really helps if you get the camera on the right side as well, doesn't it? So this should line up with the bottom piece just there. Oh, okay. That was actually super easy. Let's get the camera screws back in first before we do anything more. And I've just got to do the gimbal reassembly, which is not too bad. That's one. I'll tell you, I'm going to cry if this doesn't work. It's been such a faff to get that back together. Right, that's 2 screws. Next is this little brackety bit here. It sits over the cables. Anyone remember how that one comes up? So apparently I don't. Oh, there we go. I've done it. Just going to screw that back in now. I'm trying to show this to you as much as I can, but actually it's, because it's so small and intricate, it's actually pretty difficult to hold film and screw at the same time. Right, I think it goes something like that next. So it turns, and let's just have a look at what pieces we've got here. I think I took that one off next. Goes that way round. Good, we're good so far. Okay, and then 2. Okay, next one. This is the one that I'm not 100% sure where it runs. Oh, there we go. So it goes that way and round and up. Like that. I want to make sure I'm not obstructing it anywhere along the way. So this piece here, several screws for. There we go, like that. Okay, let's grab our 3 screws. I think now doing it once I could probably do it again, but it's so intricate doing that. Oh, I'm not happy with that screw. It's just such an intricate repair that actually making sure all the cables are in the right place and everything is a nightmare. And even still now it's fighting me. There we are. No, it's not. Next one. Last one. Okay, that's all the gimbal screws back in. The only thing we've got to do is this last piece up here, which is broken, so this is going to need replacing long term, but for the moment I'll just model through. God, DJI needs much more tape on that section of cable. Hopefully you can still see this. Well, that was not the time to be moving my finger off that piece of plastic. I've just realised I've got another cover that I've not put attached somewhere as well. Okay, we'll have to find that in a sec. Okay, I spotted it already. Right, last cover just here. I think let's go that way. This was the one that the screw didn't come out. It stayed attached to the plastic. Hey, come on. It does not. Okay, yeah, I can see why it's not slotting. It's one of those ones you don't want to force it, but at the same time, it does need to go together. There we go. That's better. Cool. Right. Gimbal reassembled after quite a lot of blood, sweat and tears. Right, so I've done the video cable and I've done the ridiculously complex flex cable, and everything appears to be more or less in the right places. Okay, right. Now, the gimbal's our next thing, so this is all needs to be put back together. So I think this little monkey goes through here. It should come straight up, which it is. Just need to find 2 screws for that one, which I have got somewhere here, and then we're there, we're on the home stretch. Let's just grab my screws. I'm just trying to be really careful with the flex, the video, just making sure I've not caught anything. Fiddly, so I'm just going to push this mount towards me whilst I do this nice screw. It's not right. This one up a bit more. Cool, right. That is our gimbal attached and completely rebuilt. Oh, what a nightmare that was. Right, so I've got the rest of the gimbal reassembled, I've reconnected the video cable, I've reconnected the gimbal cable. So we're just going to get this up into the drone now. So we'll pop that through there like so. bring this all up here, just being careful of the gimbal itself. The last thing we want to do is break that again. Grab the screws we need, which I'm pretty sure are these ones. And we'll start with these two outer ones. And we'll do the one on this side. That's our gimbal reconnected. So what we just need to do now is make sure that all the vision sensors and everything are bolted back into place as they should be. So we'll just work our way through. We've got 6 screws to go in total. Sorry about the noise in the background. Joys of doing this on the weekend when all the kids are around. So next one. So that's just the bit bolting our vision sensors in, and we've got 2 more to go back in. At the very front there, I think. Let's just double check. Yes, we do. Last thing I want to be doing is screwing in screws that don't need to be screwed in. There's 1. And there's 2. And then we just need to button everything up and make sure everything's reconnected. So, front sensors first. There's 1. Don't force anything, they should just all pop into position. Because they've already been in position anyway, they should go nice and easy. There's 2. I'm not happy with that one though, because that feels like that's encroaching on our video cable, so let's just make sure that this is completely out of the way. There we go. That's that. And then the back 2. There's 1. There's 2. And then I'll just plug this back in. Cool, that's all done. So now I'm going to just, without the top chassis on, I'm just going to reconnect our battery very, very carefully. Just to test it. Okay, so let me just turn this around so you can see what it's doing or not doing. I'll just hold it at that angle. Oh, that's interesting because it didn't do that last time. Not a happy gimbal though, whatever's going on. That is just hitting something. It might be hitting the mount actually. It does. It's actually hitting the drop hook at the back. So we're about a week on. I've been away for a little bit as well, and we've had a few things going on, so I haven't had much time to commit to finishing this project off. Obviously you would have seen in my other video that I had some problems with the fan. It's now been fixed, it's all working. I've also managed to restore the gimbal on this one as well. As you saw in my last video, I had some issues where it was doing a few funny things and it wouldn't align correctly. The list goes on really. I have since then taken the whole lot apart again, reseated all the cables, and spent some time just generally working on it. It has taken a good amount of doing. It is now, I'm happy to say, in a fully functional state. So I'm just waiting for everything to turn on so I can show you the actual final finished product. But hopefully you can see that the gimbal is now moving in its own right. And on my little screen here, when my phone decides to catch up, you can also see that we've got the gimbal showing up with a picture. So that is great. So I consider that a win. I have off camera done a few other bits and bobs. I've replaced the foot, I fixed the arm, and just generally sorted it out. So from a usability point of view, it's all done, it's all working, it is absolutely complete, and there is nothing more needed now. So just got to buy some new propellers for it, just so it's complete for me personally. But that's it. I'm not going to spend any more time on this. I'm not going to do any more work. If you've got any questions, please leave them in the comments. I will do my best to answer them. I do try and come back to everyone. If there's anything else you want to see, please ask and I will try and film it. I've got lots and lots of footage that I haven't finished working with or editing yet. So yeah, hopefully I shall see you in the next video with something a bit different.